I feel like the only merch I would buy is probably David Dobrik's merch that say clickbait on it.
You've been really on the David Dobrik thing lately.
I think me and my boyfriend, we lay in bed and we watch it. It's just so good.
I haven't watched him in a while. I remember when he first started, when he had 200,000 subscribers and every video would get 200,000 views. And I was blown away by that. Now it's
Look at him
very different now. But but then I watched more since then, but not lately. Is it good?
Oh, it's good.
It's crazy seeing Nick Uhas doing content with him.
I know, because he used to do content with us.
Smosh Lab. And I think because he does this on his channel too. He has a handful of experiments that he kind of like shares with different people. Yeah. So it's crazy seeing that foam bottle experiment being done in like 10 different times with 10 different people.
I'm like, wait, and then I actually showed Sam. I was like, no, he did it on our show first.
Yeah.
And then the loud and then the hydrogen the helium stuff.
Oh, the different weighted.
Oh, I wasn't there that day.
Yeah.
I was sick.
Dude.
That's when I was sick. That and when you guys did the sand. The liquid sand.
Oh, the liquid. We are the pioneers of
Smosh, of science.
Of science on YouTube.
Science. Dude, that show, all those shows were like quite the experience.
Oh, yeah. We had Sleepover and we had Whoa Nature Show.
And you put in my mouth. Day Jobs.
Oh, yeah. We did Day Jobs.
Day Jobs.
Yeah,
I love Day Jobs.
That one was really fun. We didn't stop it because we didn't like it or anything. It was obviously expensive because we would literally have businesses stop what they were doing for a day or hire someone to come in to do that stuff. And the production was super high on those, but those were really fun.
I
the
love
donut
doing
one was my favorite.
It's actually really funny.
The pupusas was my favorite.
The pupusas, the kids were my favorite.
The kids, oh yeah, you were really sweet with those kids.
They're so cute. I love kids.
That was a really fun time.
I love Day Jobs so much. We did. What else did we do?
Lifeguarding.
Oh, lifeguarding. That was not my favorite.
That one was weird.
I don't like anything where I have to be wet.
Yeah.
I agree. I get cold so easy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I get nervous with food shows. Put in my mouth was my time to do it, my time to shine. I kind of, the reason I'm actually hosting Eat It or Eat It, believe it or not, is because I opted out in early stages of development. Yep, I didn't, I was because originally, so here's the hot secrets. Shane came up with this idea for a show called, the working title was Face Jam. And basically it was a food would be revealed and the first person to grab it and shove it in their mouth, it was a weird competition type thing. And then it basically got reworked and became Eat It or Eat It. But I get nervous about foods that putting things in my mouth that I don't know is going to happen. Also, people fetishize shoving things in your mouth, and I'm just not about that. I just get weird.
I love watching those food. I don't even think I don't even find it sexy. I watch B Loves Life. Do you guys know who B Loves Life is?
No, I love a lot of spicy ramen.
Oh my god, B Loves Life is this woman. She eats crab legs.
Oh, I saw a woman. She does spicy ramen mukbangs.
Oh yeah, It's so weird. I don't know why. I don't even like the sound of it. I just love that she's eating it, and it's just I love to watch it.
Just imagining how good it tastes.
I'm not even, I don't know. It's just the way she's eating it, and
you don't like it?
She's so carefree about it.
For me, I really enjoyed watching things be cooked. So for me, my version of that would be all of Gordon Ramsay's recipes online.
Oh, I watched that too.
Yeah. I'll just go through those and just watch him make a bunch of stuff,
Have
his
you watched
pot
Chopped?
pies and Chopped. I used to watch a good bit of Chopped.
Me
right
too.
now, I just binge watched 15 seasons of Hell's Kitchen with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, we had that idea for a video called the guacamole games, or a food. We wanted to have who can make the best. Were we gonna do a competitive who makes the best cheesecake, who makes the best guacamole?
Oh, I don't know.
That was
I feel
one that was thrown around.
I feel like
I would win.
Yeah, when I heard that, it was
Probably.
before it was in that development. It was just
Yeah.
a one-time thing, but
We
I
were
think it would
coming
be
up
more
with that
fun as a
stuff.
food show.
Yeah. I remember some of those shows were as fun as they were exhausting.
Oh my God.
Exhausting.
Day jobs not so much because it was usually one video in a day and we were gone by 3 o'clock. But
Super stupid. and
Oh
put
my
in
god, I was
mouth.
so
Stupid.
exhausted. After seriously super stupid sleepover, I would go home and not speak.
yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
those
dude.
things. I remember it was so strange because we would burn ourselves
Oh my
like
God.
so hard.
We put everything into the
we would
hosting,
put
dude.
we would shoot like 4 or 5. Even sometimes try not to laugh back then when we had to shoot like 4 of them back to
Oh my
back.
God,
Or
those were.
We only did that once. We only did like multiple, like back into 5. We only did it once, but we did like sleepover and shit. It was like
that
5
was
in
so
a day.
hard.
Each one was about an hour, and there was like a whole thing. You'd get in pajamas, and like we would like need to get to know the guests, and like
we were
this is
doing the
when
heavy lifting of the show.
Yeah, it was like and then sometimes not knowing what the games were until like moments before we started. That's really stressful. And then like when it's a guest you don't know, like,
And you're trying to make them feel, then I realized, because like Steve Harvey shoots like all of his entire season in the span of like
my
a
gosh,
week.
yeah.
And I'm like, can you imagine how exhausted?
that's a professional host. Like,
Yeah.
we were 2 young girls who'd like never done anything like that before.
Yeah,
And
it
we were
was.
just given this responsibility.
Did you feel that way after shooting an entire day? You were just
Oh my
exhausted?
God! Put in my mouth. We shot. I think it was on for like 2 years. So
You'd
we
shoot
probably
like 5
shot.
in a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It would be 6, and then so we would probably shoot every other week for maybe 30 weeks, and it would be 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 depending on the day. And those days I wouldn't eat other than like the little bits that I had.
Yeah.
Because then I would just keep throwing them up, and then my body was like, "You think you're gonna have lunch? Like, bro, you just ate like
All these things you've never had
oysters prepared
before."
in a microwave, and then
Yeah.
like alligator lobster from like yesterday in a sandwich."
Sometimes we would do sleepover one day and then put it in my mouth the next day. And like a lot of those days where I was food girl, I was always just like quiet because
Yeah.
it's like, I'm tired. I hosted yesterday.
No, thank
like,
you.
That
Thank you
that
for being
was so
food girl.
fun.
That helped a lot.
And that was a good time experiencing trying food, like as that was.
Oh yeah, that
And
really opened up my palate.
And I'm not gonna lie, like, because we'd always have to. So if you guys didn't know, we all had to be there supporting each other during all of
Oh,
our shows.
yeah.
And sometimes I didn't want to be watching you put
Yeah.
it in your mouth because I was just like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be laughing and clapping. Like, that's just like, I'm exhausted. But we did that for each other, and it worked so well because the fact that
helped
you guys
us.
were there, the energy in the room was just better. But at the same time, I remember saying to Keith or you, like, hey, it's okay. You guys can sit out of
Yeah.
this one. Like, you guys don't need to like watch.
Yeah.
Because we all knew how exhausted we were.
And crews were huge in
Oh,
those
yeah.
studios.
the
like,
crews were so nice.
oh my gosh,
They were
dude. Like,
amazing.
where's Grant? I miss him.
I
Like,
love Grant.
Yeah, like that was crazy. And then like, especially if it was a show where it's just sleepover, like people aren't popping in and out a whole lot. Like it was just us and the guests and the games. And like, god damn, just like the energy level that we needed to maintain that was like asked of us. Like I don't know
It's different
how
than
we did
any.
it.
I feel like I don't see that a lot on YouTube. A lot of people I see on YouTube are just in their room,
Yeah.
with themselves talking.
Like what TV show does that? Like it was a lot, and like
Yeah.
it was for what it was really like a lot of the time it was very fun. Like, but as film shoots can be very stressful, like sometimes the video still comes out great, but like
editing.
editing is wonderful.
Yeah, there are moments where I'm sure like your brain is fried and you're like, what am I saying?
Yeah.
That's why there are so many moments where we're so loopy and like just saying random
Yep.
things because we're like at that point where like I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. And then you have to. That's why I appreciate these hosts on shows so much because what they have to do, and it's really like being a chameleon to your like adapting to your guest and like being funny and
Yeah.
being like.
And
it's
for what
hard.
it was, like starting out and like being thrown into that so early, like good job on all of us. Like
Yeah, good job to all
Everyone
of us.
had to function at that dysfunctional place.
We
Yeah.
all had to, I remember me, I really had to find my voice and myself because, you, me, Keith, and Shane, and, we were all actors. We did not know how to be personalities. That was so unnatural for me. And then when people started hating on me for literally just, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, this is how a normal person acts when literally you don't have to be on. When I'm playing a game with my friends, it is very normal to just be I don't have to be making a joke every moment because that's just not how I am in real life. But and soon I quickly learned you really have to find your voice, your personality, your shtick. And now I feel like YouTube has changed too. It's more about
breaking in the walls.
yeah,
and that
you
fourth
don't
wall.
always have to be here's another punchline, here's another joke, and it was so unnatural for me.
Yeah.
And and it was I started resenting it so much. Like I remember the early months of me being in Smosh. I was like, reading the comments, I'm like, this is like so strange to me. Like I came here to like, I thought I came here to be making comedy sketches, not showcasing like my personality. Because no one told us. Like literally, I remember no one told us that we had to.
That we were at least. What I knew, like I was an actor. I was not there to be me. I was there to play characters and play roles. So definitely, when our job became being us, it was definitely like it was 6 to 12 month period of like complete discomfort, and
we had to
not knowing what's
which
happening.
one. Like we had to like just switch.
Yeah.
But so like they got to watch you grow. Like the audience got to see you, like watch you guys like find yourselves on the internet. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's something that I've never like prepared for. And I think like when other actors, they talk shit about YouTubers, I'm always just like, you don't understand. Can you do this? Like, I don't even think you would be able to handle what, like, you're so used to reading lines off a script. Like, can you stand on your own 2 feet and be a personality and be entertaining? And like, and that's why when people like talk badly about YouTubers, I'm like, you have no idea the work and the like what you have to do.
That's what I've learned, like just on general, like especially meeting some of the YouTubers, and it's like, okay, you can make content, you can have shitty points of view, you can be this and you can be that, but in person you're someone else. And I guess giving people the room to be a whole person, when it's like, okay, if you're a full person, like maybe there's some parts I don't like and some parts I do like, but I can't just discount people for what they do and what they make.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times, like,
trying.
viewers, they, a lot of times there's so much of content that you see, it's almost like it's disposable. Like, you have this high expectation of, like, how you think that this video or this person that you're watching should be like, because, you see so many of us. But, like, honestly, props to everyone on YouTube making videos, because it's not, like, the easiest thing, like, or else literally everyone does do it. It's not as easy as it looks.
No,
because
David Dobrik, like, to bring it back around, like, he made it very quickly, like, in his vlogs, he made it very quickly. It's like, oh, nothing is real. Like, everything is a bit. Like you think that that Gabby Show and Carly and all them walked outside to see David Dobrik smoking a cigarette and like caught him. Like, that was all. Like, a lot of that shit is planned.
Yeah, and it's not easy. And
no,
like, it's and I it's so funny because sometimes, like, I was talking to somebody, like adults, like older adults who are like well established already in their careers, and someone was like, oh, she does YouTube, and then you can see immediately they're like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm just like, but you don't know what we do, and you don't know the hard days where like you're so exhausted and burnt out. Like, it's very, very interesting.
Yeah,
dude. This job has taught me how to adapt so easily. Like, nothing can. I'm like so strong, I think, mentally, because we've had to do like challenging things. You know.
Yeah, I remember during like Whoa Nature Show,
I had strep throat the entire week.
Yeah, and like
you got it from a monkey. Shouldn't have been kissing that monkey.
I thought I was going to give it to the monkey.
Our AD, I remember she was taking pictures throughout the day, and like a couple of them, she caught us like in between takes of like okay, we shot the intro, now we're bringing in the animal, where I'm just like, my face is just, I am not there, and I look depressed. And like, I feel like at that time, I feel, from what I remember, like I was really feeling down because we were so exhausted, and like I felt very underappreciated at the time. Because like I remember that was day 2 of Whoa Nature Show. We were doing Smosh Lab the next day with Nick Uhas. And, like, I remember, and I feel like I may have talked about this before, where, like, our director was like, hey, you guys need to be on for crew. Like, and that made me snap, because it was like, dude, I'm doing everything I can on camera right now. Like, please just let me be a human for 5 minutes.
Yeah. We weren't, that I remember that shoot was hard. But, this is what makes us grow and become stronger people.
I felt so close to you guys throughout a lot of those.
Me too. And Courtney would stand up for me, or I would stand up for... It was like we all, like... Not saying that the people that we worked with were evil or anything, but sometimes we just needed that support from each other, and be like, no, we're not doing this right now. Like, I get to have a break for a little bit, but at the same time, like, this isn't us complaining, because
no.
I had the time of my life doing that.
And we grew from whatever that was, and things are obviously extremely different now.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm glad I experienced it with you guys because we would just have each other's backs.
Hey, thank you for watching this week's highlight clip. The full audio episode is available now wherever podcasts are found or whatever, or you can click the links below.
The full video episode comes out on Fridays, so be sure to subscribe and punch that bell.
To watch our most recent episode, click that box on the right. Oh, whoa. Also, check out our new products at the Smosh.store.
Also check out our new products at Smosh.store.